The classic touchline winger. This is the original blueprint. Hug the chalk, stretch the pitch, beat your man, cross early. The classic winger lives on width. Their job is simple: force the fullback wide, isolate them, and deliver the ball before the defense can reset. No drifting inside, no overthinking, just repetition until something breaks. They don't need elite decision making, they need courage. Because every time they get the ball, everyone in the stadium knows what's coming, and they still have to execute it. Over and over. Predictable, yes, but if you're good enough, it doesn't matter. When this type works, defenses collapse sideways. Center backs get dragged out. Midfielders are forced to cover space they hate covering. Second balls fall to onrushing midfielders. Chaos follows order. The problem? Modern football hates predictability. Managers want flexibility. Analytics wants efficiency. Fullbacks are better now. That's why this winger is rare now. But when used correctly, still brutally effective. They don't adapt to the system adapts to them. Old school, high risk, low nuance, and sometimes exactly what you need. The inverted winger. This is where things started to get dangerous. Instead of crossing, the inverted winger hunts shooting angles. They start wide, cut inside, and attack the half space like a predator. Their greatest weapon isn't speed, it's timing. One touch inside at the exact moment the fullback overcommits, and suddenly the entire defensive block is facing its own goal. These wingers don't stretch the pitch horizontally, they compress it vertically. They turn tight spaces into windows for curling shots, disguised through balls, or 1-2s that bend backlines into panic. They force center backs to step out, they clog midfield lanes, and they turn defensive shape into a traffic jam. This type thrives in teams that dominate possession. Give them structure behind them, a progressive fullback, a holding midfielder, and they become shot factories. Think Robin, think Salah, think Son, and once defenses adjust to stop the cut inside move, that's when the next evolution appears. The touchline bait. This winger pretends to be traditional. They stay wide, they receive on the line, they lull defenders into thinking the danger is contained. Then they stop. They don't cross, they don't dribble immediately, they wait. This pause is lethal. It freezes the fullback, delays the double team, and opens passing lanes into the half space. Suddenly the winger isn't a dribbler, they're a playmaker from wide zones. They invite pressure not to beat it, but to manipulate it. These players don't rack up assists with crosses, they rack up secondary assists, the pass before the killer ball. They become the decoy, the decelerator, the spatial engineer. Defenders hate this type because there's no obvious trigger. Press too early, you get slipped past. Wait too long, you get overloaded. Step back and they cut inside. Step up and they bounce the ball around you. This winger doesn't beat you physically, they beat you cognitively. The isolation monster. Some wingers don't need patterns, they need space. The isolation monster is built for 1-versus-1 situations. Clear the side, pull the midfield away, leave them alone with a fullback, and pray. These players thrive on repetition. They don't care if the first dribble fails, or the second, or the third, because eventually the defender hesitates. And hesitation is death. This winger doesn't need numbers. They need belief. That's why teams deliberately overload the opposite side, just to create isolation on this one. It's a chess move. Sacrifice the queen to free the bishop. And when it works, the defense fractures asymmetrically and the entire shape collapses toward panic. But there's a catch. If you stop them once, they keep coming. If you stop them 5 times, they still come. If they fail 10 times and beat you once, it was worth it. That psychological pressure is the real threat. The inside playmaker. This winger is a midfielder in disguise. They start wide, but their natural habitat is between the lines. They receive on the half turn, scan before touching the ball, and treat defenders as obstacles rather than opponents. They don't dribble for spectacle, they dribble to manipulate. One touch to draw pressure, second touch to release a runner, third touch only if the defense makes a mistake. This type thrives in teams that value positional discipline. Their movement opens lanes for fullbacks, central midfielders, and even strikers dropping deep. They're not looking for highlight reels, they're looking for chain reactions. They pass to the pass that leads to the goal. Defenders struggle because there's no clear duel. You're not marking a winger, you're marking a problem that keeps moving. And once defenses collapse inward to stop this type, width suddenly becomes free again. It's reverse engineering the final third. The transition weapon. This winger doesn't care about possession, they care about moments. They are built for chaos, for broken shapes, for open grass, for games where control has already failed. When the ball turns over, they explode. No hesitation, no checking back, just vertical acceleration. They don't wait for the play to develop, they start the play with a sprint. They don't need technical perfection, they need timing and aggression. This type terrifies high defensive lines. Fullbacks stop overlapping, center backs drop 5 meters deeper than planned, midfield presses become hesitant. Even when they don't touch the ball, they reshape defensive behavior. They are counterattacks in human form. It's not about touches, it's about presence. The pressing winger. This winger is a defender with attacking privileges. Their value isn't measured in goals or assists, it's measured in turnovers. They hunt fullbacks, close passing lanes, and trigger pressing traps. When done right, they make build-up impossible. When done wrong, they expose everything behind them. These wingers run more than anyone else. They sprint without the ball. They accept invisibility as part of the job. They exist in highlight clips you only see in tactical reviews. But here's the secret. When they finally get the ball, defenses are already unbalanced. They're already in transition. Their goals come from chaos they helped create. They don't finish moves. They force them into existence. The hybrid forward. At some point, the winger stops being a winger. This type blurs the line between wide attacker and striker. They drift inside permanently, attack the box aggressively, and treat the touchline as a starting position, not a workplace. They score like forwards. They press like forwards. They occupy center backs like forwards. Defenders hate this because it breaks reference points. Is the fullback supposed to track them? Does the center back step out? Does the holding midfielder drop? Every decision feels wrong, and that's the point. This winger thrives in fluid attacking systems where positions are suggestions, not rules. When it clicks, defensive structures collapse inward, and wide spaces reopen behind them. Think Mbappe, think Rashford, think Leao. Strikers in disguise, hiding in plain sight. The chaos dribbler. This is football's wild card. No patterns, no predictability, no tactical comfort, just improvisation. These wingers attempt things they probably shouldn't, and sometimes shouldn't even think about. But when it works, it breaks games open instantly. Defenders can't prepare because there's nothing to prepare for. You can't study tendencies that don't exist. They nutmeg from impossible angles. They spin away from triple teams. They shoot from outer space and sometimes hit the top corner. The downside? High risk, high turnover, high frustration. But when your team is stuck, when structure fails, when control turns sterile, this is the winger you throw on and hope something unreasonable happens. And sometimes that's all football needs. The system winger. This winger only works inside a very specific setup. Their movements are choreographed. Their positioning is exact. Their timing is non-negotiable. Outside that system, they look average. Inside it, they look unstoppable. They arrive at the back post at the exact second. They receive cutbacks in the same zone every time. They make diagonal runs defenders learn to fear. These players aren't free spirits. They're precision instruments, not improvisers, executors. And when the system hums, they quietly rack up numbers while defenses wonder why the same goal keeps happening. They're not the highlight. They're the high-efficiency function buried inside the machine. The false winger. This winger doesn't want the wing at all. They drift inside immediately, overload midfield, and act as an extra central player while still dragging a defender with them. This creates numerical superiority without sacrificing width, because the fullback behind them takes over the flank. It's positional manipulation at its cleanest. Defenders get pulled inward, midfield blocks get overloaded, passing lanes open where none should exist. This winger doesn't beat you with speed, they beat you with geometry. They create 4 versus 3 situations without touching the ball. And when the fullback overlaps, suddenly you've got both width and control, all from one inside drift.